Here comes the beast. Here comes the beast. Are you serious? Not only are they making a run on the banks in Greece, but now there's a massive run on the banks in Spain. Is the euro going to fall within 7 days? Is it going to fall by the time the NATO summit gets here? I've got an article right here I want to read to you from Mail Online. What's happening right now on this May 17th, 2012. But first, can I ask this question again? Or just make a statement, maybe? I don't know. Here comes the beast? How close, Pastor? And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And upon his horns were 10 crowns. And upon the heads the name Blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power, and his seat, and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as it was wounded to death, crippled. What? Now, if you read on down, this is the 13th chapter of Revelation. We get right into the Antichrist, the mark of the beast. The beast is the one world government. The mark of the beast is the system. How are we seeing it? Are we seeing the beginning? How soon are we to the rise of the beast? Here's what's going on right here. The euro. There's a euro crisis. Euro crisis. There's a run on the nationalized Spanish banks. Mail Online. Euro crisis. Run on nationalized bank. Spanish bank sees customers withdraw $1 billion. Now let's just stop for a minute. All right, May 6th, they started running on the banks in Greece. They withdrew $1 billion out of the banks by the 15th of May, yesterday, or 2 days ago. Yesterday, on May 16th, they took out another $864 million. So $2 billion pulled out of the banks of Greece. I'm telling you, it's a catastrophe. But now, today, $1 billion pulled out of the banks of Spain. Next to be Portugal. Then watch out for Italy. Keep an eye on Ireland. The whole EU. And how does that relate to the Asian market? And how does that relate to the American dollar? What's going on? Is the beast starting to rise out of the sea? Let me read on. But meanwhile, the French government can see what's coming. They go ahead and slash all of their own pay within their cabinet by 30%, trying to send a message to the general public in France that we will work with austerity. You do realize that's the reason Nicolas Sarkozy got voted out, is because this new president, Hollande, said that he wasn't going to go with austerity measures, and he was going to open up, the cookie jar and let everybody play. Well, he can't. He knows he can't, or he'll see the same thing come upon France that's happening in Greece and in Spain, and soon Portugal and Italy, and maybe France, and maybe Ireland. And what about America? I mean, what's going on? Shares in the Banca, which is Spain's 4th largest bank, just fell 27% in one day after media reports came forth. Greece has just formed a brand new government emergency, but they will dissolve it tomorrow. They just did that so they could have an election. This is getting serious, folks. But still, we don't know it. We don't know it because we're not making a run on our banks yet. We don't know what's going on. We're not aware of what's happening because it's happening somewhere else. Because we don't want to see the beast is rising out of the sea. We don't want to know about that. And we definitely don't want some preacher to start reading out of Revelation at us right now. We'd rather wait for the end of the Mayan calendar and see what happens than we would to actually look into biblical prophecy and see exactly what is happening. Because the washing of the water of the Word of God becomes a mirror. It's our reflection. And if we're not doing the right things, it reflects that. But if we are, it reflects that. Now, fact that this bank has lost 27% of its value, and the Greece government had to form a government, dissolve it tomorrow to have a quick election, while they're making a run on their banks. While that's going on, France, seeing what's happening, quickly slashes the payroll of everybody in the government there in France, or at least in the cabinet to the presidency. Now, this $1 billion run on the recently nationalized Spanish bank has sparked further fears that the 17-nation Eurozone is about to implode. Well, let me predict it for you. I won't prophesy it because the Bible already has. But yes, it will implode. Now, how soon, how many months does it take? I'm not sure. But I know this, it will fall. That's why there will be a one world government. Because they got to have a one world currency to fix it. And if you create a one world currency, you can't manage it by letting 17 nations work autonomously. And the world has figured that out now by watching the disaster of what they call a euro. They know that if you create a one world currency, the only way you're going to manage it is with a one world government. Now, it can have from 7 continents, and it can have 10 sectors, or 7 heads with 10 horns. And each horn can have a crown or a leader. And this is coming, folks. This isn't fairy tale stuff. This is coming. And I'll skip down and read for you right now in Revelation 13:13. And he, talking about the Antichrist, doth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. And he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand. Is it a microchip? Is it a tattoo? Is it a nanochip? It's something that identifies you with the system. And receive a mark in their right hands or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell. Nobody can participate in the world economy unless, save he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. The leadership will be a man, and his number is 666, or 666. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not trusting in man. I'm going to trust in God. I'm going to trust in Jesus Christ. I'm going to trust in the Lord. I'm going to put my faith in the gospel. I'm going to walk in the blessings of God. I'm ready. Are you? Give your life to Jesus Christ. You can contact me right here on this YouTube channel. Many have. We've had 420 salvations this year, whether on our live show that's on today or in many different ways. Can you call me? Get a